Hi, this is Brian Hegney, instructor of Game and Interactive Media Design. So that last video I got just in the nick of time to be below 15 minutes. And in this video, I'm going to pretty much do the last step, which is probably some photoshopping. So I have this square here. Why did I fit this into a square? Well, watch this. What I want to do first is I want to click on Tools, Render UVW Template, and I want a 1024 by 1024 is fine. It's going to default to that. I want to say, you know what, I'm just going to say Render UV Template. That's the easiest one. It's going to render out this black image, and it's got the exactly what we see in this UVW editor. And now I'm going to save this. I'm going to click the save button, and I'm going to navigate to where I'm saving all of my work, which is in the D drive, which is in tutorials, Shogi piece, and I'm going to create a new folder called maps, and I will call this wireframe. No, UV unwrap. That's what I'll call it. UV unwrap. And I'll save it as TGA. It's fine. I can close that. Now, so if I go into Photoshop, I'm going to close all of these. This is from a different tutorial. I'm going to open that TGA that I just created. Maps. Okay, and here's what it looks like. And since I know that this is the front piece, well, one of the things I'm going to do is uncheck this piece. I'm going to adjust this by putting an invert adjustment onto it. Yeah, I like that, so I'm just going to bake that down by saying merge visible. Yay, and now this is white with dark lines. Yay. And the next thing I'm going to do is create a new layer, and I'm going to make this the color of a typical Shogi piece, so like whatever that color is. Oh, I'm just going to get this, grab this yellow image, I'm going to copy that. I'm going to go ahead and just paste that into my, did that work? Yes. I'm going to paste that in there because I am going to turn that into my, my foreground color by choosing the foreground little thing and using my paint clicker. There we go. And I can disable, stop it. I can disable that image, and I can, oh, that's where it went. I can fill, I can grab this empty layer or create a new layer. Yes, I'm just deleting that. Create a new empty layer and hit Edit, Fill, and choose to fill with the foreground color. Yay! Now you can't see it yet. I'm going to delete that Shogi piece image, but I could take this invert 1 and actually set that to multiply. And now I can see the wireframe over the that yellowish image. Now what I want to do is find the Shogi night piece night. And I'm going to guess that Shogi piece soy sauce? The night. So here's the night image, evidently. I'm going to assume this is the night piece, and so I'm going to assume this is also the night piece. And I'm going to right-click. It might be easier just to grab this. That's the night. Well, you know, if you're my student who knows what the night is, I'm going to copy that, then you'll know if that's true or not. I'm going to go back to my Photoshop. Command V, Command T to scale this, and I'm going to hold down Shift and drag a corner. And obviously this is not like the same shape, so maybe I was a bad boy. I'm not doing the exact same shape. And I'm going to kind of even this out like that, double click it, and now what I'm actually going to do is Oh, you can do a few things. Let's just learn some Photoshop here, okay? Click on a mask. That mask, when I click this little mask button down here, the one that looks like a Japanese flag, ooh, Japan, you're going to paint on this white square piece right here. So I'm going to use the brush tool, or you can tap B to go to brush. Use your left and right bracket keys on the keyboard to make your brush bigger or smaller, like this. And I'm going to be painting black on everything I don't want to see, and so that includes just this border. Okay. We have a trick to get rid of the white, and I think you know that trick already. I just did that trick a moment ago. How would you get rid of the white here? Well, you take this image as a whole and you set it from normal to multiply. Yay. Okay. Once we do that, we can turn off the wireframe, because I only have the wireframe here to help me paste this. What's this right here? What's that line? Oh, that line for, oops, Command Z. That line for some reason is on there. Okay, there. Now, if we really wanted to put some like old piece imagery on this, like if I wanted some texture to it, oh, like where's, let me go back. I don't know. Well, this has some like blotchiness to it. This has some wood grain to it. I could always go and... Do I want to do that? No, I'll just keep it the way it is. Okay. I'm going to save this image now as a Photoshop document. Unwrapped, I'll call it Shogi Night. Shogi Night.psd. And this is actually, I'm going to save this now as a Targa file, a TGA. And I'm going to call this T underscore for texture, SH for Shogi, Night, that's fine, SH Night, Targa. Oh, and also underscore at the end of that, D for diffuse. Diffuse is before any lighting hits it. Okay, there. So, the cool thing is, once I do that, I can come into my Unreal Engine, and I can actually import that map, the TSH Night D, that Targa we just imported. You see, we've imported, oh, that's odd. Why is that like that? Interesting. Well, let's see if this works. What I want to do is take the material and set it to MSH Night. Where are you? Oh no, that's not going to work. Haha. I have to turn this into a material. So I'm going to right-click this texture file, create material from it, and I'm going to call it... Obviously, it needs to be called M for material underscore SH Night. And I'm going to get rid of diffuse. There we go. There. Now this is going to have a simple diffuse, that diffuse map set on to... There it is. Yep, you see there's that little thing? Okay. Let's see what happens when we drag it onto the tile piece. Now, does that look right? No, it does not. Why does it not look right? It doesn't look right because remember in the beginning when I went into 3D Studio Max and added the UV unwrap and every single side was collapsed onto that square? So in this first one we imported, every single side was mapped onto this square. So every single side gets this little thing in the bottom left corner. And you see that right here. Every single side has that little insignia toward the bottom left corner. Bottom left corner. Bottom leftish corner. So what we need to do is get rid of this Shogi piece. Delete it in my world. delete it even in the asset browser. I'm going to go back to 3D Studio Max, and now that we've unwrapped it, you see we've unwrapped every side to fit in this nice little square here. Okay, uncheck that. Now we have this piece. I'm going to export selected, do the same exact thing. I am going to call this, Shogi FBX. I'll just save over it. Do I want to replace it? Heck yeah! I'm just going to accept everything as it is. Come back into UE4. Cancel. Just minimize you. Import FBX, Shogi, auto-generate collision, you bet. Do not create material, import all. Okay. I'm going to drag this back here. And now I'm going to drag the material onto it. And now, yes, every single side is mapped properly, and that insignia plays on the top. That's how it works. We've got our FBX from 3D Studio Max. We've got our texture that we rendered, or that we created from the unwrapping, and we've got the material that we made here in UE4. Now let's click on that material one more time. We could actually, now this is where we're going to add metallic and roughness. So if I tap 1 and click anywhere in this grid, this is 0 right now. What if I want this to be a metallic piece? I'm going to set this value to 1, and I'm going to drag this little node to metallic, and now that's going to be a metallic surface. Now the roughness is set to 50%. So I'm going to tap 1, click again, and if I set the roughness to 0, which is the default, it'll be extremely shiny. Ooh, let's save that and apply it. That's pretty. And this is what's known as a PBR material, for physically based rendered material. That's almost too shiny, in which case, let's go back into that material and change this from 0 to 0.5. And that's halfway between super rough and super smooth, mirror-like. And now this is a metallic gold Shogi piece. Okay. In the next video, I'm going to show you what it might look like if you wanted to round these edges a little bit. Okay? But there you go. Bye.